Man, I really wish I had the best trail camera in the world. Oh wait, I do. It's an Exodus trail camera, guys. Do you want one? We're gonna give one away. Simple as this. Like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and comment for extra entries. If you're a subscriber, long-term subscriber, you know the drill. You know how this works. If you're new, that's how you do it. Simple as that. We're gonna give one of these bad boys away. If you want to win, like, comment, and subscribe. Free camera? Why not?
Wind versus thermals, guys. This is something you absolutely need to pay attention to, and the reason that I'm bringing this video topic up is because it's something that I'm dealing with on a property that I'm hunting right now. A lot of you don't understand even the concept of thermals maybe, or what thermals do in certain situations, and you need to, because it makes all the difference in the world when it comes to killing those mature deer, killing big bucks. A lot of times what happens is you think your wind is good, but it seems like that deer has that sixth sense and he picks up on something. Well, chances are it's your thermals, okay? We'll get into that in a second. Before we do, you know the rules, guys. We're booking clients right now. Make sure you head over to our website, whitetaillandmanagementservices.com. Hit the contact tab. Shoot me a message if you want to learn more about how to pull big bucks onto your property, how to have a constant flow of income on your property, how to make money on your property. Let's talk about timber stand improvement. What's the best option on your property? Food plotting. Learn more about food plotting, what to plant, how to plant, when to plant, all these good things. Number two, eurooptic.com. Guys, holidays are coming. Go buy yourself something over at eurooptic.com. If you use the code WLMSVTX10, that will get you money off Vortex optics. That's a lot of money off of optics, really, if you think about some of these more expensive optics. Otherwise, go over to vortexoptics.com, use code WLM20, get some money off on all the apparel over there. And it is sweet. They really do have some cool apparel, I promise you. But with that being said, let's get into thermals versus wind and when you need to play which, or try and really factor in how to go about hunting your property, depending on wind direction and certain things like that, and how to really mix it all in combination so that you have the ultimate hunt and you're more bulletproof, I guess is the best way to put it. Because if we can put wind and thermals into your favor, chances of you getting busted are nearly, I mean, it's very low at that point. So let's talk about this for a second. Just to give you guys a visualization of a scenario that I might possibly be dealing with even tonight on a hunt that we're going to be doing, is we're dealing with a northwest wind. Okay, so let's say that I'm facing straight north right now. Here's a ridge that runs straight north. Obviously, it dips down on the westerly side and it goes down into a bottom. Okay, so a northwest wind would be coming out of this direction, and I expect a lot of those deer to be down below. So this northwest wind would be blowing perfectly away from all of these deer, which is great, especially if those winds stay over 10, 12 miles an hour constantly throughout the entire night. And why do I say that? Because if they don't, your thermal pull in the evening will likely draw your scent downward, even though the wind is perfect. So the perfect wind isn't always perfect, and that's maybe why some of these deer have this sixth sense and are busting you at some of your locations. You really do see this in an area where there's a lot of topographical change, and you need to pay attention to all these different variables, because if you don't, and if I were to go in and hunt during this given situation on this northwest wind, it might be great for the first 2 or 3 hours, but the last hour when the wind dies down, and hopefully it doesn't in your scenario, because if it doesn't, you can just play the wind. But if it does, then that wind will, or your thermals, which is basically what carries your scent when the wind dies down, will be dropping down into these bottoms. And if at any point those deer are crossing that scent path, you're busted. Game over. So the northwest wind in that given scenario that I was talking about, sitting on this ridge system that runs north and south, a northwest wind coming from the side should blow up and out of there, and it will to a certain extent until the thermals drop. So that's something that you really need to factor in and look at a topographical feature and think, okay, the wind's in my favor for most of this hunt, but when the last hour comes and the wind is forecasted to drop down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 miles per hour, what are my thermals going to do? Because that is what gets the bucks killed, guys. The wind is great, but when it dies down and there's no wind, the thermals carry your scent. So to take a step back for you, if you're unfamiliar with what thermals even are, basically thermals are what carries your scent, but the two constants that take place with thermals is thermals always rise in the morning and they fall in the evening. Okay, so they'll go down lower in topography in the evening and rise up higher in the morning, which can ultimately make you bulletproof in a lot of situations like ours today. We technically hunted a stand location on the wrong wind today, but we knew that it was going to be bluebird skies after a long storm. And when you get bluebird skies, the sun comes out a little bit faster, you get more sun, and the thermals start to suck up into the air a lot faster, which ultimately makes you bulletproof when your scent is above your own head. The deer are not above you, so at least in our given situation, they were not above us because we were on top of a ridge. We could not get busted. We had deer literally licking our tree stands sticks in that given scenario. So in the scenario that I talked to you guys a little bit earlier about, obviously that evening pull, those are a little bit more tricky to deal with because the thermals are going down. But if you can really factor in what your thermals are going to be doing in the morning, in combination with wind, you know, right as the sun starts to come up, you are absolutely bulletproof. And that way you really can put both the factors of wind direction and thermals into your favor. And if you can do that, guys, you're gonna have a hell of a lot more success killing mature deer on a consistent basis. So think about that next time you go out to your stand location. Think about, are the thermals and the wind gonna be in your favor, or is it only one or the other? Sometimes you can get away with one or the other, but sometimes you can't. So remember that one, guys. If you guys like these videos, you like these quick tips, you like any of this stuff, or you like free stuff, make sure you like and subscribe. If you like and subscribe to our channel, you're always entered in our giveaways. Who doesn't love free stuff? See you guys next time.